Ah, fresh cup of coffee. That is just what I needed. Thank you so very much. Could you tell me which is the way out? All right, thank you. Ah, Port William. Well, hello there. My name is Jerry, and thanks for coming along with me on my little journey here in the small port town of Port William. Yes, we're in England again. And, you might remember me from some time ago. I managed some farms for a Mr. Thornton. And, well, I'm back. I'm back in England, and I'm looking to get another start here managing a farm here in England in the small town of Port William. And we have arranged for me to take over a farm, a very small farm. It's a sheep farm here in the local area. And Mr. Thornton sent me the keys to his little truck over here. And so we're going to go and we're going to get down and get into this truck, and then we're going to go and check out the farm. Oh, let me squeeze in. All right, let's get this guy fired up. It's been sat here for a couple of days. Runs like a champ, though. Well, it looks like there is our store right across the street from us. That'll come in handy. Now, I've been here before. I came here a couple of weeks ago just to take over, or basically look over the farm operations and see what all I would need before I got involved. And so everything is more or less set up. Nice train tracks. Saw a train come through a few minutes ago. Just have to remember to drive on the correct side of the road around here because, well, I'm from the U.S. and I've been back in the U.S. for a couple of weeks. And I'm back here in jolly old England and absolutely love it. A nice little country lane as we speed through the countryside here. We'll get inside the car and drive along. Like I said, this old Land Cruiser is it a Land Cruiser or a Land Rover? This old Land Rover will do the job, I think, for us quite well. Strumblehead, third of a mile there, the Strumblehead Lighthouse. I'm going to have to go and check that out. The name of our farm is Strumblehead Farm, so it must be getting close. Like I said, I've been here before, but it was a couple of weeks ago, and I wasn't driving then, and so when you tend not to drive, looks like some utility work going on. When you tend not to drive, you tend not to pay a lot of attention to where you're going, so I'm just kind of going by memory. I was told to exit the train station, turn left there, and then just drive straight, and I would find it. And of course, it's all coming to memory here. I believe we're just right up here. Yep, that's it. This is going to be the home away from home for quite some time. I tell you what, we're going to be renting this house here. Or Mr. Thornton's going to set us up in this house, but it'll kind of be a work rent arrangement. And we're going to go ahead and just pull in there and get our Land Rover all situated, because I kind of have a feeling that we're going to be doing probably a lot of farming here. So let's pull up here and get this guy here all situated, as I said. We'll park here along the side of the house so that I still can get through here with a tractor, because he was telling me that we're going to need to get water out of this barrel back here, or out of this water tank, and we're going to have to fill it. We have to go and buy water down at the water treatment plant. And so it looks like he's got a trailer set up there. We've got a small garden. Looks like we've got some stuff growing there. Well, that'll come in handy if we have time to eat. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, we're going to be starting a brand new series for the new year, and it's going to be a role play series as best as I can do one here on Strumblehead Farm. Now, you might be wondering what is going on. Let me just give you a little hint here. Look at that HUD. No, this is not a mod for FarmSim 19 to make FarmSim 19 look like FarmSim 17. I've actually gone back to FarmSim 17 for this project. This map is called the Western Shore, and it was developed by BulletBill, and it is a private map. Please do not ask me for this map. I will not give you this map. I do not believe this map will ever be released to the general public. It has lots of various mods that's been made to the map. Look at that sky. I mean, that is just simply beautiful. Um, and we'll showcase more and more of this map as time goes by through this project. And nothing is going to happen with Lone Oak Farm. I'm going to continue to play Lone Oak Farm on FS19, FarmSim 19, but I have gone back to FarmSim 17 for this project. And we're going to have some fun on this map. We're going to be doing things small, using small equipment. Let's just kind of walk around and I'll show you what we've got and how we've got things set up right now. As I said before, Stromble Head Farm here, this portion of the map is a sheep farm only. So we are raising sheep. Our sheep is already here. Mr. Thornton has basically hired a person just to oversee things. He lives in town. His last day of responsibility is today. And so he has basically made sure that the animals have feed and have water and everything. And he's been just helping out, making sure that no one trespasses and such as that. And so we've been very thankful to have that. Now I need to hire somebody. I've got to hire somebody to help me out. Right now we're going to start with one person that I'm going to hire. So a little bit about our equipment. We've got the Fent small harvester. We've got the header over there on the other side of this Marshall trailer. You all know I love this little Marshall trailer. It is just fantastic. And I tell you what, before we get too far along here, I'll bring up and I'll show you the portion of the area that we're going to be working in. Field number 81 is just behind, just in front of us here. This is field number 81 over here. And this field, I believe it's this field, has the beautiful view of the beach. And I'll have to basically caution myself and also caution my hired worker, whomever that's going to be, that you don't want to stand here and gaze into that very much, because if you do, well, you might want to actually go down there and partake in the fun on the beach there under one of those umbrellas. I hear that there's a little place there that serves cocktails, those frozen drinks with the umbrella in the top, and they're just oh so good. But anyway, I digress. So we're going to be farming and basically focusing on this area here. This map has so much wonderful potential, and we may find ourselves moving around as time goes by, as potentially the years go by. So I am looking at making a long-term commitment as far as my own enjoyment. Now, just how much video will come of this whole map, I don't know. That is yet to be determined. But for right now, I can tell you that I myself am committed to playing this map, bouncing around, moving around as the seasons come and go. But for right now, the first season, the first year, we're going to be focused in this area right here. We have 81, 85, 83, 104, 84, 86, which are grass fields. We have 82, 88, and 87, which are going to be our fields for planting grain. We're probably going to grow wheat and canola and potentially soybeans. I'll probably just stick with the basically the cereal type grains that we can harvest with the typical grain header that we have over here, and not have to worry about right now having a corn header. So that's our setup there with the Fent. Um, our just wanted to find out, because as I was going through this map and getting things set up and getting things ready to go, I had a piece of equipment parked over here on in this middle bay here, and it was interrupting the spawn point for our wool. Had a basically was a set of pallet forts. It was that pallet fort right there. It was parked right up here up against the wall. And I was getting an error that basically said there was no more room for a spawn point for wool, and I moved that, And then finally, I got my wool spawn point as we kind of grow very tall, and our wool spawns up here. Now, I believe this is functioning as designed, and we'll have to figure out how we go about getting up there and getting the wool down. I've already tested that I can climb up the back of the telehandler boom and get up there and perhaps make sure I've eaten my spinach for the day and slide those over where I can pick those up with a set of pallet tongues. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Here's our sheep area, our sheep grazing area. Like I said, we've already got our animals here on the map, and they're happy and they're enjoying the spring weather for day one of a 9-day game day season. All right. So for our tractor work, we've got two tractors. We are Massey Ferguson, big Massey Ferguson there, the 8737, I believe it is. This is going to be our workhorse. This is going to be the guy that's going to do all the heavy lifting, the plowing, things of that nature, probably the carting, things like that, moving the hauling, using the bell trailer and stuff like that. Anything that we need some heavy horsepower, we're going to get it from that. The Deutz-Fahr, you guys know that if you watched my Thornton Farm series on Farm Sim 17 over a year and a half ago, that was one of the last maps that I played on Farm Sim 17. You know that I talked about how much I enjoyed this Deutz-Fahr because it sort of reminded me of one of the default tractors in Farm Sim 15. And so it's going to be on the map. Like I said, two tractors for right now, and if we can afford more, then we'll certainly get more. Now, a lot of our money is going to come from silage, so we're going to be selling silage to the other farmers and everything in the area who are needing it. Now, we're going to feed our sheep a portion of hay and silage, obviously, and grass as well. So we'll use some of the silage for our purposes as well. And then we've got our New Holland square baler. We're going to do square bales because I'll tell you, this map, like other maps, Colebrook Park Farm, like that Thornton Farm, even the fields are not flat. The fields are nice and elevated, and so as just not to have to chase bells around, let's see, all the bells would be down there in the bay. Now I have a feeling, and I don't know this for sure, but we'll find out later. Probably, well, we may or may not, because like I said, I'm not sure if we'll do round bells. But I have a feeling that BulletBill gave this map the treatment that he did with Thornton Farm for Farm Sim 17, where he figured out that magical way to basically, I think you can drive through the hedges on this map. I don't think there's collisions. Not that we're going to do a lot of that, but I think that he might have figured out the way to prevent the bells from going through. We'll just have to see if that is the case. We've got plenty of storage on this map, and we're, well, especially on this particular farm, but we're using very little of it right now because we don't have a whole lot of equipment. But we do have our bell trailer, because you guys know how much I absolutely hate to stack bells, and it is auto loading. We've got our baler, which I'd already pointed out. We've got our mowers here. Was going to try to figure out a way to use the big M on this map, but it's too big of a mower for this map, so we're not gonna mess with that right now. Fuel trailer, because we need to go and buy fuel downtown and empty it into this facility here. So that's one of the cool features, and I'll show you this later in a few episodes. We'll go buy some water, and we'll fill up the water reservoir. It's already got some water in it, but it's going to need some more here in time. So that's really cool. The other, like I said, more storage. We've got here in this barn, we've got our cedar, and we've got our rake there, windrower right over there. And we've got we've got a sprayer, we've got a dry fertilized spreader, and we've got some liquid and dry fertilizer here because we're going to start fertilizing here pretty soon. In this shed, I don't have anything in here right now. Here's another cool thing about this little portion of the farm here. We have a grain drop to drop our grain into right here. We'll back up and drop our grain into this facility. And if you look at that boom, I was scratching my head on this thinking, okay, well, I've got to back my trailer up under it. No, 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 we don't. We go over here, we click on this little guy right there, and oh, yeah, it opens that, so we'll close that. But it moves the boom around. How ingenious is that? Absolutely fantastic. Um, I can't remember which map it was for Farm Sim 17, towards the tail end of the map where we really started seeing some of this type of functionality coming about, and I can't remember which map that was, but we'll go ahead and move that around back over where it needs to be, because we're not going to be pulling any grain out of there for some time. We may have some grain left over from last season. I really haven't checked to see what is on this map as you start. Fantastic, fantastic map, and I am really looking forward to digging my teeth into this map and playing it and doing the role play stuff like we did on Thornton Farm. So I need to get busy because I need to get into town and I need to check on a few things. I need to find out if anyone needs a job. I need a good, reliable employee, because I think in here, Mr. Thornton was telling me that there's a few bales of hay that's still left over from last season. So it's in there. And if we need to, you know, we'll get some more. Obviously, our plan of attack is going to be that, we'll hopefully get a good spring cutting of our grass here pretty soon. Of course, that's why we've got to get started fertilizing, and we've got to make sure that we are good to go there. And then obviously, as soon as our ground temperatures come up to a favorable place, then we're going to need to start prepping our fields. So focus right now might be in getting the fields opened up. I need to really go down and take a look and see what sort of shape the fields are in. As I said, we've got 3 fields that we're going to be growing crops in, and we don't need straw. Here, because we're only growing sheep. So if we do grow wheat or barley, we will most likely sell the straw, and that'll be a good money maker. Not a whole lot of money, but some. And the other thing, I suppose, is that obviously we'll sell the crops for whatever we can get from them. Um, and we'll just figure out what that gameplay is going to be whenever we get to that point. Um, And let's see, what else did I want to tell you? I think that's about it. So thank you for watching. If I didn't say this at the top of this program, Happy New Year to you all. I can't think of a better way to start the new year off than with a new project, a new farming simulator map project, and one that is just simply beautiful. Now, for all of you folks that might be wondering, well, Jerry, why go backwards? Why go backwards to Farm Sim 17, and why not play 19 until 21 comes out? Well, very good question. And I will tell you that I have never shied away from vocaling or voicing my opinion of Farm Sim 19. I was disappointed with Farm Sim 19 at the beginning, but unfortunately, I was sort of stuck in this mode where that I didn't think anyone would watch an older version of Farming Simulator on YouTube that wasn't the latest and greatest. And who knows, that may be true. We'll find out. And if that is the case, if you guys don't enjoy it, then we'll certainly just do this off camera. This will just be a private map that I will use to have my Farm Sim fun. But um, Farm Sim 19 is, in my opinion, and this is my opinion only, and you guys are all welcome to having your own opinions. And if your opinion differs from mine, then that is just the way it is, and we have to agree to disagree. But in my opinion, Farm Sim 19 was a huge step back from Farm Sim 17. Um, my experience with the Farming Simulator franchise started with 15. I believe that 17, once the Seasons mod came out, and yes, we are playing with seasons on this map, 9 game day seasons. Once the Seasons mod came out, Farm Sim 17 became spectacular. It became everything that we had wanted out of the Farming Simulator game or franchise or application, whatever you want to call it, at that particular point in time. Farm Sim 19 comes along, and it just really, and again, my opinion, it sets things back. Um, And we even now, a year and a month on from the release of FarmSim 19, and we're about to turn the corner. I'm obviously recording this video still in 2019, but once you're watching this video, it's going to be 2020. We're roughly 10, 11 months, a year away from the release of FarmSim 21, if history repeats itself, and we don't know what that's going to be like. And well, anyway, I'm babbling. I just wanted to go back to Farm Sim 17, and initially I thought, well, I would play Thornton Farm, or not Thornton Farm. I would play Colborough Park Farm. And BulletBill offered me this opportunity, and this is a perfect British map, British style map, and it gets me back into using some smaller equipment, and it's not too small. I mean, we've got a nice big tractor here. We've got even the Deutz is nothing to sneeze at, and we've got some, smallish plow, well, not too small of a cultivator back there. It's that we use that on Thornton Farm, and it's just going to be fun to do this and showcase this here on my YouTube channel. And if folks want to watch, that is great. If not, then that is fine too. Like I said, nothing is going to happen to Lone Oak Farm. I'm going to continue to play Lone Oak Farm in Farm Sim 19, and most likely we'll play that map another season or another year into year two. Because quite honestly, I've not seen a map for Farm Sim 19 that has caught my attention as much as Lone Oak, and certainly not enough that would pull me away from this map with Farm Sim 17, because like I said, there's just so much to do. So let's just walk through this gate here and come over here to this view. We're going to go up and explore the lighthouse at some point as well. See what I mean about sloped fields? If we were to get some snow and ice, I could possibly sell folks some opportunity to come here and do some skiing. Um, but yeah, look at that. I mean, just look at that water. Look at the reflection of the clouds. Show me Farm Sim 19 that can do that. I don't think so. Fantastic. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm starting to babble, and it's 22 minutes in, and I like to keep my videos short. So we're going to have some fun with this map. Like I said, we're going to do some role play, and I got to get busy. I need to get downtown and find out if there's anyone that needs a job, because I need a good hand that can help us out here, and um, and then we'll get this operation going. All right. Well, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this kind of introductory video here to the Western Shore map by BulletBill. And again, once again, it's a private map. It does not. There's no plans for it to be released to the general public, and I will not share it, no matter how much you beg, no matter how much you bribe me with. I will not share. So thank you all so much for watching, and come back again and see action here on this farm, on this map, as well as tune into my Lone Oak Farm series, which is going strong as well. Um, until next time, take good care of yourself and also of each other. God bless you all. Bye bye from the Western Shore.